Right, this is the penultimate video in our look at the best footballer from every country in each of the continents, since Oceania, and yes that's right Antarctica, will be rolled into a single video sometime next week. North America is our continent of choice today, unfortunately home to way more national teams than I had expected. I'd hoped this one would be a walk in the park. North American nations don't have the most illustrious footballing past, partly down to football not being the most popular sport in a number of North American nations. Mexico have reached an impressive 16 World Cups, which is more than the likes of Spain, France, and England, but it is the USA at the very first World Cup in 1930 who went the furthest, reaching the semi-finals. Since this is a look at every CONCACAF affiliated nation, it's really more of a look at the best player from every North American, Central American, and Caribbean nation. The criteria is the same as always for those of you who are new to the channel. The inclusions are based solely on current ability, and to be eligible, the player must have either been capped by the national team or have been born there and not capped by any other nation. Here is the best footballer from every country in North America. Anguilla, GIRDON Connor. Going in alphabetical order, as we always do, means we start with one of the lowest ranked nations in the FIFA World Rankings. You could fit the entire population of Anguilla into some English non-league stadiums, so it should come as no surprise that they don't have a plethora of top-class players. Honourable mentions go to Jermaine Hughes and Ryan Little, but GIRDON Connor is our pick, the veteran 39-year-old Roaring Lions midfielder still captaining the national team. Antigua and Barbuda, MAHLON ROMEO. Antigua and Barbuda's all-time leading goalscorer and appearance holder Peter Byers is still going strong at the age of 34. Our choice for the Commonwealth nation is MAHLON ROMEO. Born in Westminster, England, Romeo is a quick, industrious, and attack-minded right-back who plays for Millwall in the Championship. ARUBA, GREGOR BREINBURG. This spot would have gone to Denzel Dumfries if it wasn't for the PSV fullback's recent decision to represent the Netherlands instead of Aruba. That being the case, GREGOR BREINBURG comfortably comes out on top. The 27-year-old Sparta Rotterdam defensive midfielder is an intelligent footballer who reads the game well, and he's won 5 caps for the country. Barbados, HALLAM Hope. Another English-born and English-based player, Barbados' 2 finest current players play their club football in League 2, and we think HALLAM Hope is the better of the two. Age 24, the former Everton trainee currently plays for Carlisle United, and he has scored 2 goals from 2 caps for Barbados. Belize, DEON McCauley. Born in Belize City and capped 43 times by the country's national team, DEON McCauley is Belize's all-time record goalscorer at the age of 31. A pacey forward who has previously played in Costa Rica and Honduras, McCauley is currently playing for Georgia Revolution in the United States. Bermuda, NAHKI Wells. The automatic pick for Bermuda, NAHKI Wells has only won 9 caps for his native country, although he did score 5 goals in those games. A really quick and sharp-shooting striker, Wells was previously a star man for both Bradford and Huddersfield, and he currently plays for Queen's Park Rangers on loan from Burnley. Bonaire, Ulrich Scheinpahl. Bonaire aren't FIFA members, meaning they can't qualify for the World Cup, but they are CONCACAF affiliated, so they do feature here. We think Ulrich Scheinpahl is their best player, although it was a close-run thing. The British Virgin Islands, Matthew Bell. Born in Stoke-on-Trent, but capped twice by the British Virgin Islands in 2015, Matthew, or Matty Bell, is a really versatile non-league footballer. A product of the Port Vale Academy, Bell has been with Nantwich Town since 2015, where he is a first-team regular. Canada, Larin. There's likely to be a bit of debate about this one, as we overlook Premier League wineman Junior Hoilett, who is deserving of an honourable mention, and particularly teenage sensation Alphonso Davies, who some would already consider to be Canada's finest player. We've no doubt that the time-bound winger will soon take the title, but for now, we're just edging away from the 17-year-old and towards another former MLS starlet in the form of Larin. A prolific scorer for Orlando City, Larin joined Besiktas in January 2018, where he scored 7 goals in 17 games. Cayman Islands, Mark Ebanks. Another centre-forward, our choice for the Cayman Islands is Mark Ebanks, who has scored 5 goals from 10 caps for the national team and plays his club football in California. Costa Rica, Keylor Navas. Undoubtedly Costa Rica's finest footballer, we have often defended Keylor Navas in light of some undue criticism. A goalkeeper with impressive reflexes, Navas rarely let Real Madrid down during a period of remarkable success in the Champions League, and we'd question whether they look any more assured with Thibaut Courtois between the sticks. Cuba, Osvaldo Alonso. A number of Cuban footballers have defected to the United States over the years, and back in 2007, Osvaldo Alonso did just that. More than a decade on, the 32-year-old is now Seattle Sounders' all-time record appearance holder, and he has been an MLS All-Star 4 times. Curacao, Eloy Room. There are a couple of candidates for Curacao, but despite being a backup goalkeeper at PSV now, we still think Eloy Room is the nation's #1 player. Capped 18 times by his country, Room is a well-rounded shot stopper who was previously a regular at Vitesse. Dominica, Julian Wade. A 28-year-old striker who has played for 5 different clubs in 5 different countries, Julian Wade currently plays his club football in Guadeloupe. Formerly capped by Montserrat, Wade has now scored 13 goals from 25 caps for Dominica, meaning he's just 1 goal off becoming the nation's all-time leading scorer. Dominican Republic, Mariano. Possibly the most comfortable selection in this entire video, although Mariano retired from representing the Dominican Republic after just 1 cap, unless and until he is capped by Spain, he will remain eligible here. Mariano scored in that single cap for the Dominican Republic, which came against Haiti, and the quick, clinical 25-year-old joined Real Madrid in the summer following a prolific season in Ligue 1 with Lyon. El Salvador, Darwin CEREN. Ranked 70th in the FIFA World Rankings, there are a few capable footballers from El Salvador, but we think Darwin CEREN is the pick of the bunch. Capped 41 times by his country, the tough-tackling central midfielder plays his club football for Houston Dynamo in the MLS. French Guiana, Ludovic Ball. A regular in Ligue 1 for the side that finished 5th in France last season, Ludovic Ball has to be French Guiana's best player. A pacey left-back who can put a dangerous ball into the box, Ball has been with Rennes since leaving RC Lens in 2015. Granada, Aaron Pierre. Born in West London but capped 4 times by Granada, Aaron Pierre is a powerful centre-back who plays his club football for Northampton Town. Guadeloupe, Claudio Bervu. Legendary French international Lilian Thuram was born in Guadeloupe, but he chose to represent France instead, with whom he won both the World Cup and the European Championships. In terms of the nation's current crop, we'd go for Claudio Bervu, an experienced forward currently on loan in France from Celta Vigo. Guatemala, Ricardo Jerez Jr. A towering shot stopper with decent handling, 32-year-old goalkeeper Ricardo Jerez Jr. is our choice for Guatemala. Capped 44 times by his country, Jerez Jr. has been playing in Colombia's top flight since 2013. Guyana, Warren Criaval. Another versatile footballer who plays in the MLS, Warren Criaval was born in the US state of Georgia, and he represented the United States at under-20 level. He has won 2 caps for Guyana since 2016 though, and we think he's the nation's best player. Haiti, Romain Genevois. The second con player in any of the last few entries in this video, former Nice defender Romain Genevois is Haiti's standout player. A really athletic centre-back, Genevois was born in Haiti, but he was adopted by a French family at the age of 3. After many reservations about representing the nation of his birth, Genevois has done so 8 times to date. Honduras, Andy Najar. A quick and skillful right-sided footballer who has been playing for Anderlecht in Belgium since 2013, Andy Najar is undoubtedly Honduras' best player based on current ability. The former DC United man has won 35 caps for his country at the age of 25. Jamaica, Leon Bailey. Probably the only uncapped player in this list, Leon Bailey qualifies for Jamaica since he was born there and hasn't been capped by any other nation. The former Genk and current Bayer Leverkusen winger is a star in the making. He has raw pace, quick feet, and most importantly of all, he's highly effective in the final third. Martinique, JEAN-SYLVAIN Babin. A strong, hard-working and fully committed centre-back currently playing for Sporting Gijón in Spain's Segunda Division, JEAN-SYLVAIN Babin is our choice for the French overseas territory of Martinique. Mexico, Hirving Lozano. A player who we've been talking about for a while now, the talents of Hirving or Chucky Lozano are no longer such a well-kept secret. He built a big reputation for himself at Pachuca in Liga MX, and he hasn't disappointed since signing for PSV in the summer of 2017. Quick, tenacious, good on the ball, and dangerous in front of goal, Lozano has recently been linked with a move to Chelsea, and we don't think it'll be long before Mexico's star man can be found in the Premier League. Montserrat, Lyle Taylor. A former non-league star whose form has been very patchy for much of his career, Lyle Taylor has been very prolific at times. The scorer of 3 goals from 3 caps for Montserrat Taylor currently plays for Charlton Athletic in League One, where he's bagged 8 goals in 15 games. Nicaragua, Juan Barrera. A bit of a journeyman left winger whose career has taken him from Austria to Venezuela, Juan Barrera is currently turning out for Boyacá Chico in Colombia. He has scored 16 goals from 48 caps for Nicaragua, making him their all-time leading goalscorer. Panama, Roman Torres. A familiar face to those who followed Panama's commendable qualification for the 2018 World Cup and their slightly less admirable performances at the finals itself, Roman Torres is Panama's talisman, leader, and star man. We quite like the look of youngster Jose Luis Rodriguez in Russia, who is now playing in Croatia, but it is Seattle Sounders centre-back Torres who has to take this one. Puerto Rico, Jeremy Hall. A former US youth international who was born in Florida, Jeremy Hall has won 4 caps for Puerto Rico. The pacey and versatile former Toronto FC regular now plays for Sacramento Republic in the United Soccer League. St. Kitts and Nevis, Roman Sawyers. By far and away the finest footballer from St. Kitts and Nevis is 26-year-old Brentford star Roman Sawyers. The technically gifted former Walsall attacking midfielder has scored 4 goals from 22 caps for the Caribbean island nation. St. Lucia, Caniggia Elva. When you think of footballers by the name of Caniggia Elva might not be the first player who springs to mind, but we think he's the best player from St. Lucia. Preventing Leon Bailey from being the only uncapped player in this list, Elva was born in St. Lucia, but looks likely to represent Canada on the international stage. A product of the Stuttgart Academy, he hasn't yet, so he still takes this one for St. Lucia, for now at least. St. Martin, Elvis Fleming. Another non-FIFA affiliated nation, it was slim pickings for St. Martin. Elvis Fleming is our best shout, a 29-year-old midfielder who plays in the 5th tier of French football. St. Vincent and Grenadines, O. Alexanderson. A 22-year-old centre-forward who has already averaged a goal every other game for the St. Vincent and Grenadines national team, O. Alexanderson has to take this one. A free agent most recently contracted to the Seattle Sounders, Anderson is nicknamed Bounty by his fellow countrymen. Suriname, Stefano Rigisel. From the country which gave us the likes of Clarence Seedorf, Edgar Davids, and Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank, Suriname's best current player is a little bit less of a household name. Stefano Rigisel is a forward who has scored 12 goals from 33 caps for his country, currently playing his club football domestically with SV Robin Hood. Bahamas, Leslie St. Fleur. A centre-forward who was born in Haiti, plays in Jamaica, and has been capped 12 times by the Bahamas, Leslie St. Fleur is a diminutive and sharp-shooting frontman. He has scored 47 goals in 80 games for Montego Bay United in Jamaica, having scored 57 goals in 12 games for his previous club in the Bahamas. Trinidad and Tobago, Joevin Jones. One of only 6 CONCACAF nations to have appeared at the World Cup finals since the turn of the millennium, Trinidad and Tobago have a few decent players. Joevin Jones would be our choice as the best of the lot, the quick and attack-minded left-back currently playing for Darmstadt in Germany, having previously starred in the MLS. Turks and Caicos Islands, Billy Forbes. The worst national team on the planet according to FIFA's world rankings, Turks and Caicos Islands come in rock bottom in 211th place. US-based striker Billy Forbes is the nation's best player, currently playing for Phoenix Rising in the United Soccer League. The United States of America, Christian Pulisic. The country which views by far the most of our videos in this list, we do apologise to our American viewers who had to wait this long to see your own nation feature. Except for those of you who just skipped to this point, you people cheated and you're the worst. Anyhow, those of you who were waiting for this probably knew what to expect. Christian Pulisic seems to have been around for ages now, and that's testament to the amount of experience he has already gained, but he's still only 20. Pulisic has already racked up a century of appearances for Bundesliga leaders Borussia Dortmund, as well as scoring 9 goals from 21 caps for the national team, and we think you have to consider him the US's finest footballer. The US Virgin Islands, JC Mack. An experienced midfielder who has previously played in the United States, France and Finland, 30-year-old JC Mack currently plays for Vestri in Iceland. Capped twice by the US Virgin Islands this year, he is the country's best footballer, making him the final entrant in this list. So that's it for our Not Actually a 7. Thanks for watching, give us a like if you enjoyed the video, and don't forget to subscribe to HITC7s. You can also follow us on Twitter at HITC7s.